Hello Swopper shoppers, today I'm reviewing Miss Molly's. These are chocolate chip cereal bars. Now, I know there's a lot of cereal bars out there, breakfast bars especially, and these kind of pre-packaged oat bars, like protein bars, all these types of things. They're all the rage these days, full of protein. Most of them don't really have much protein in, it's just full of sugars and refined rubbish. But Miss Molly's, they've tried to come in with something really cheap. I believe these are less than £1 and you get 8 of them. These are supposed to taste really good. However, are they actually any good? Here's the packaging. Have a quick look. So you can see one bar is 85 calories and you've only got 5.7 grams of sugar. But for protein, you've only got 1.3. So these are not a protein bar. What these are designed to be is just a cheap and cheerful way to have a little breakfast snack. Quite possibly, you could argue this is the worst possible snack that you could have as a breakfast. They're not good for you, let's face it, but they do have some kind of perforated edge to make it easier for me to get in. So let's give them a taste test. So these are exclusive to Tesco because it is the Miss Molly's range, of course. So let's have a look. These are the bars. How many grams in each one? 21 grams. You tell me whether or not that would fill you up in the morning. The interesting thing, and I will give my proper opinion when I get into them, but these remind me, I don't know if you had hamsters or guinea pigs as a child. Maybe you still do, but they look like the things that you attach to the cage. You know the little nut bars, the seed bars that they gnaw on throughout the day? Yeah, if you're not put off already, you probably will be put off when we have a look at the actual bar itself. So, let's have a look. So, one bar, and half of it crumbles off before you've even got in the bar. Let's have a look. Here is your bar. So this is your bar. What is actually in this bar, you ask? Well, it's got glucose syrup as the first ingredient. That is your first red flag because glucose syrup basically means refined sugar. That's your first ingredient, is just sugar in this. Oat flakes, corn flakes, then you've got milk chocolate chips, which is 11%, I do apologise. It's got cocoa butter, cocoa mass, whey powder. So your whey powder is supposed to be what the protein is, but this has got no protein at all. And wheat flour, 9%. And then emulsifiers and some random bits and bobs about emulsifiers, sucrose, basically more sugar. These are not good for you. They don't claim to be good for you, but people buy these thinking that this isn't bad to have as a little snack. But yeah, that does remind me of something that your hamster would eat. But they could taste amazing. If they taste amazing, this is probably a new breakfast snack. So let's give them a taste test. Do you know what? That's not that bad. I've had worse. There is a hint of chocolate. It's not overwhelming. However, you know that I said the first ingredient was glucose syrup? Yeah, it's syrupy, all right. Obviously, that's what binds everything together. The emulsifiers do that to a certain degree, but they're like thickening agents as far as I'm aware. The syrup is the glue that's holding this whole thing together. There is a reasonable amount of chocolate chips. You can see them there. But there's definitely a lot of oats, which is obviously the point of this. It's quite dry. I mean, the fact I'm still eating it shows you it's not that bad in terms of how edible it is. They're, I'd say chewy, but chewy in the sense that the flavour disappears quite quickly because really the only flavour is the chocolate chips. They are suitable for vegetarians, I'm assuming it's the milk. Yeah, it's the milk. That's why it's not vegan. God knows what it tastes like if it didn't have milk in it. Right, finally got through it. So, what's my opinion? The reason why I tried these is because they stood out to me. When I was doing the weekly shop, we found these less than £1. I think these are like 80p. They work out like 10p a bar. Now, Miss Molly's, I have done cookies from Miss Molly's. If you haven't seen the video, look in the description. I'll have the link for it. But yeah, I have done the cookies, which was interesting. So I thought I'd give these a try. They're reasonable. They'll do. If you're on a budget, which I appreciate a lot of people are these days, these aren't as bad as you may presume. Of course, these are a comparison to, I suppose, Alpen bars and things like that. There isn't a huge amount of difference. I'd say the only difference in terms of it is the amount of chocolate on. If you get like an Alpen bar, there is a lot more chocolate taste to it. This one, you're only getting a few chocolate chips. But should I swap to Miss Molly's? Well, to do that, I'd need to put them against the Alpen bars. If you want me to see Alpen bars versus Miss Molly's, then put a comment down below and I'll get some Alpen bars and I'll do a proper taste comparison. But until then, here's your review of Miss Molly's chocolate chip cereal bars with milk. I'd give them a thumbs up. Until the next video, folks, thanks for watching. Ciao for now.